was at dinner, you should have like cleaned the glasses. Clink, 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 clink.
Excuse me, Olive Garden. Olive Garden. 1, table 6. We need some more breadsticks and salad. 2, I think my wife has something that she'd like to say about being wrong.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again, or for the very first time.
Yes, Chipmunks and the Cerny Sluts. Shout it out. Shout it out in the comments.
Ooh, that's the first shout out.
Yeah, that's the first shout out of this week's episode. We know what a chipmunk shirt would look like with just a chipmunk on it. But what does a Cerny Slut shirt look like?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe what if it was like... I guess you can't have a shirt that just says slut on it. It's probably, you might have a hard time. Actually, speaking of odd shirts to wear out, as you may remember, we had the Manscaped sponsorship for a little bit on the Chip and Cern Show, and part of that deal, they sent us some product.
Greatest month of our lives.
Greatest
of our podcasting lives.
The flushest month Chip and Cern has ever seen, and we received exactly $0 for it. But we did get a shirt that said on the back, and this is a black shirt with all white, and on the front, like just a little small, it just said Manscaped. And then on the back, it said, "Your balls will thank you," in really large lettering. So I'll throw that shirt on because, normally you're at the house, but then, I'll go to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
And it hits me that I have a shirt that says "Your balls will thank you" on the back. I'm just walking around Trader Joe's.
I make that mistake a lot. So
Yeah.
I'll be doing some projects,
It's yeah.
I got a kick ass. I was doing some of that resin pour.
You've been
pour
slaying the resin pours.
So I have a table coming along, and I always forget, I have my dirty clothes on because
You got your
resin or
throwaway
something.
clothes on, yeah.
Yeah, so resin or something gets on your clothes. I don't want to put it on my Sunday best, so
Sure. Makes sense.
So I have some more clothes, and then I forget, oh shit, I gotta go to the store, and I'll go to the store.
Run to Home
I
Depot.
look like a well, Home Depot, it's okay because I'm I'll be,
Oh, you're
there's
probably one of the better ones dressed.
yeah. But if I go to Rayleigh's, local grocery store around here, which is a nicer grocery store, people are like, what the hell is this hobo doing in here?
Transient off the streets?
I wore pants the other day. I forgot. I had a fucking hole in the back. It was
Just your
caught on
ass?
something, ripped, but I was like, whatever. It's no big deal. Didn't think about it until I got there and it was a little drafty.
What's that? Whoo. Hey, Cerny, if you ain't hanging, you ain't banging. We know this.
We know. Well,
We know this. Yeah, we're out.
Everyone in Rayleigh's could attest.
Sorry, I feel that hole. I should be able to see your bulge outline, but it doesn't look that way. Yeah, there's a real
You have a
cold
shirt that
front
says your
coming in.
balls will thank you. Where would that exactly be?
Well, I have certain sponsorship obligations I have to fill. So, yeah. Well, we just had Labor Day weekend this past Monday, which is a great, much needed
3 days.
Much needed 3 days. To be honest, I feel I could take one of these every week.
Oh, easy. Even with 3 days, it's wasn't long enough.
Now, do you get a little bit of okay, this week shortened, so you kind of try to limp through this week too? Like last you're limping through to Labor Day, and then this week you're like, oh, let me ease into this this week.
And then you text me today, it's it's Wednesday. It's oh shit. Not only have we not recorded, I am behind on work.
Oh shit, on multiple accounts. So as California has been getting the fisted by Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Now, if it's not 100+ degrees at either Cerny or my house, we have air quality that's so poor that we can't even go outside because of the fires and the smoke and everything.
I mean, it's like we're living in a casino right now.
I literally, so you know all those apps, I'm sure you've been downloading them, a lot of people in California, the air quality, AQI type apps. So this morning I went out and there's it's like it snowed on my car, but it's just ash from fires. And I looked, I'm like, the air quality must be crazy, right? It said it was good. And I'm like, well, that's really weird. And then this company tweeted and they said, actually, the particles are so large, they're not being detected by because their sensors are so sensitive to pick up on this stuff that the larger particles aren't being picked up.
No,
so I thought that was...
I saw that yesterday. I was like, I said like 153 or something. I was like, bullshit. It looks like the fucking apocalypse outside. What the hell are you talking about?
I remember seeing a documentary about Mount St. Helens in middle school, and this like etched in my mind, where they said the ash had been found in like, Kansas or some shit when it was happened when the volcano erupted in Washington State.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, is that thing due to pop again here?
I don't know. I mean, I know it's still active.
When is Mount St. Okay, when it was in 1980. All right, future eruptions at Mount St. Helens. Okay, let's see what this says. Oh boy.
Its last eruption was 2008.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm talking about a big one.
A
big one. It doesn't say it. It will most likely erupt again in our lifetimes. How many lifetimes? Oh, but the severity and frequency and magnitude, I guess it's hard to really say what. Wow, it's been 40 years since that. That's crazy. Yeah. I kind of want to watch a documentary about this now. But anyway, this is all to say for Labor Day, it was clear. The smoke, I can see clearly now the smoke is cleared. But the air temperature was 110 or some fucking craziness where we are in Novato here.
Oh, it was clear where you were?
Yeah.
It wasn't here. It was
I know we had a weird inverse thing because usually Novato's been getting hammered with it. So we loaded up the car and we drove. I'm like, let's just go to the coast. And it has to be colder. So we went to Dillon's Beach, kind of local. It's maybe 15 minutes from Bodega Bay.
Yeah,
20 minutes
North
maybe.
Bay-ish.
Yeah, North Bay-ish. And we were there, a lot of people there, but mask required, and there was enough space because the beach is so big that, wherever you set your crew up, it wasn't like umbrellas next to each other. There was 10, 15 feet in between thing. So anyway, we're going along there, and the water is, I mean, if you visit California,
55 degrees, 54 degrees, something like that.
At least 55. That's a generous thing. And of course, the kids just run in no problem. It's cold. Yeah. And then I get in and a wave hits me in the dick. I almost said, let's go home, everybody. I was almost down for the count after that.
So you weren't hanging at that moment in time?
No, I mean, I'm not hanging to begin with. And then it was an innie. It went inverse.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. And so we're there, and I'm in the water, and there's surfers out there and body surfers, and I see some fins come up and some dolphins do their little thing. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. You don't get to see a fucking dolphin every day, right? So I'm like, Charlie, look. And my wife goes, those are sharks. And I'm like, now, if you know my wife, she's the brains in the family. There's no question about it. I don't question it. Our friends and family don't question it. She's the smart one in the family, and I hope that our kids have. It's an understood. This is a fact. That's a shark. That is a shark. And I said, sharks do not, you know what I'm talking about. When we see a dolphin in the water, they're jumping up and out of the water. I'm like, they don't do that.
I mean, Shark Week, we know that great whites will breach, but
Right, but it's like to get a
One.
seal or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, these are dolphins. I saw there's 2 of them. And sharks don't like hang out. They're not only like friends, right? Where they're like, oh, let's go fuck with some surfers, stuff. I don't know what sharks do all day. On. Yeah. She goes, no, the water's too cold for dolphins. I'm like, I literally saw a mist out of a blowhole. I'm like, sharks have, gills. Dolphins have blowholes. She was adamant that it was a shark. She's like, get out of the water. I'm like, first of all, we're up to our knees, so it ain't fucking getting us. She's like, those surfers are right near the sharks. I'm like, they're not sharks. And people are kind of like looking around, and I'm like going there. I'm like, I've never been more sure about anything, and I rarely get to sort of be right against my wife. And I'm sure a lot of husbands. Yeah.
Soak it in. Just soak it in.
Now, when we go back, and my sister-in-law and her new husband joined us as well without their kids, and I was like, I think this is no, it's a shark. I'm like, well, maybe it's a shark doing a dolphin impersonation, because it was blowing. It was blowing shit out of its blowhole.
That would be smart. Because then you could just lure the people into comfort, and then bam, got them.
Yeah. So a shark is this sort of smart, and then it was later admitted, very sly, kind of under. Oh yeah, I think those are dolphins.
You should have.
And then that was the end.
If it was at dinner, you should have like cleaned the glass.
Excuse me, Olive Garden. 1, table 6. We need some more breadsticks and salad. 2, I think my wife has something that she'd like to say about being wrong. Is there a megaphone we could get?
Let's say everyone just hush down if we can't get a megaphone.
Shh. Over there?
This place has a PA system?
With the spaghetti with marinara? Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to get what's coming to me.
10 seconds, please. 10 seconds. Just give me 10 seconds.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You were saying? So
I always like the sharks where they say most shark attacks happen near the beach. Like, well, yeah. Where do you think people are swimming? The fucking deep or next to the beach?
It's like, hey, I'm deep sea fishing out here, like 20 miles off the coast. I'm gonna jump in to take a swim. Well, I got this fish bait that I just have hanging off my fucking rod.
I've been chumming for a couple hours now. I think it did. I always like that. Like, most shark attacks happen near the beach. I'm like, well, hold on, let me write that down. So, where do people usually swim? Is it on the beach or in the deep? Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Like, with the exception of the one, the 10 people a year who do like some channel swim.
Yeah.
Swim the English Channel or something like that. But I just found that to be an interesting tidbit about marriage, Cerny, as I'm sure you can relate to, having been married for nearly as long as us, 8 or 9 years. You're coming up on your 10 next year, right?
Yep, that's right.
Now, if we're wrong about something,
it's dragged through the fucking mud. I mean, I'm surprised it's not posted on social media.
Talking about kicking beating a dead horse to death.
Yeah,
the second death. So.
But if I'm right, I mean, I try to go a couple rounds, make it death stare, then I let it go.
Yeah, just an interesting note. Oh yeah, those are dolphins. No, hey, you were right. Hey, good on you. I was wrong. Just hey, I think those are dolphins. Just a readjustment of the facts.
You should have said like, not only were they dolphins. They were the Pacific bottlenose dolphin, or if I could, just like start slinging the.
What are they?
The actual species.
Oh yeah. Like what it would say in a textbook about it.
Yeah.
Dolphin sapientis or some shit.
I mean, to me, it looked like 800 pounds, possibly like 8 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
Had a nice round size to it. The coloration, but just start going through it.
Like you're reading off Wikipedia on your phone. That'd be so great. So great. And then I'm sure you get this, probably not when the kids are a little bit older, but it's like, man, we've been at the beach for 4 fucking hours playing. They're going to pass out 10 minutes into the drive home. Nope. In fact, they stayed up later than they normally do because, I don't know, they were so charged up or something.
I don't get that. And then they get up earlier too. You're like, what the fuck?
Monday, my daughter got up at 4:30. I mean, sorry, Tuesday, 4:30, and I'm like, she goes, Dad, let's go out and watch a movie. I'm like, no, it's not movie time now. It is sleep time. And then she rolls over, Mom, let's go watch a movie. I'm like, you got it, kid. You're killing us with this.
So with my line of work, I usually get up early. So I'll get up at 4:30 sometimes. I'll be typing, and then like a night walker, hands on my shoulder, and I'm like,
oh my God.
What are you doing? He's like, oh, just saying hi. I was like, 4:30. What are you doing?
It's so nice. The calm, like you just have your coffee. You just are working on your laptop. You're doing whatever you want, if it's work or checking your email or whatever it is. But with the coffee, quiet.
Then bow. Scares the shit out of me.
And then the house is cracking, crack-a-lacking. There's no turning back. There is no turning back.
No. Once it's up, it's like, well, there goes my time to. I don't know. I don't want to say unwind, but maybe gear up.
Just ease into it.
Yeah.
I'm going to ease into the day.
Game on at that point.
It is game on. Now, we have the fires here, so we have you have a choice. You have many masks to choose from. You have your anti-coronavirus COVID-19 mask, but then you need your N95 mask to filter out those particles, smoke particles. But the N95 mask isn't an acceptable coronavirus COVID-19 mask because the valve allows the particles to be expelled still. So you either double up, or I don't know what you're doing, but I doubled up today. But I did find it interesting, and tell me if you've noticed this as well with the fire, Cerny. That people are wearing masks more than they were for the COVID thing.
I agree. Which is almost, man. I want to ask, is it? I just want to know, is it because of I don't know.
Yeah. Tell me, I don't. What's it like on Idiot Island where you wear a mask for a fire, but not a fucking disease or a pandemic?
Well, now, according to latest studies, CDC was 94% wrong. Oh, fucking guys.
My only thought is that you can see the shit on your car. You could see that the sky's fucked up, but you can't see COVID-19.
You know what's weird? What really strikes me about that, and I know they can't see it. But generally, these people are God Squad Bible thumpers, and you can't see that.
Cerny, this is
so sure.
That's your faith, though. So I would just say I have faith that COVID-19 is real. I don't need to see it. I have faith.
Maybe I'll have to speak their language. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of just telling them, just say, you know what? Maybe it's the golden tablets or the burning bush or what, however which way God's communicating. He's telling me the COVID's real.
Yeah, I mean, I think if for someone, if they were exposed to it and they had like a green, smoke kind of surrounding their, coming out of their pores, people would be like
the radioactive?
They'd be wearing fucking hazmat suits. Guaranteed it, right? I guarantee that, yeah. They wear a fucking mask. If you were talking to someone and just this green fucking smoke came out, like in the shitty live-action Scooby-Doo movie, it came out and it started coming towards you, you'd be like, what the fuck? You would be up.
Matrix,
why don't you have a mask on, you fucking asshole?
Shit.
Yeah. But because you can't see it and you have to have faith. You have to rely on your faith. Too.
Oh boy. Science is wrong.
Did you see that tweet or whatever that's like, science is real, buy stamps, and something else? It's like, who would have thought that you would have to be saying all these combination of things in 2020? It's just fucking insane.
It's like some people have gotten like backwards in intelligence.
The Great Slide.
Oh, there it is. The Great Slide. Oh, yeah.
Now, these fires have been caused, especially Cerny, the one up in your neck of the woods, by gender reveal parties. Did you hear about all this?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So this happened last. The stupidity of people knows no bounds. This is pretty clear. But apparently, people are doing... I don't know if they're rigging fucking M80s or whatever in a giant dry field.
It was like a smoke grenade or something like that nature. Yeah, like the colored smoke.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, first of all, that shit only white people are doing. That's just dumb. That's gender reveal parties are only, that's dumb white people stuff.
We went to one.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not saying I won't go. But again, it was a white person who had the gender reveal party. I've never been to a non-white gender reveal party.
This is true.
So take that for what you will. Now Joe did it up right. He had the golf ball. He ain't starting to fire with that.
No, I thought so. He was gonna cue shot it off of somebody's face because we're all crowded around it. He was sweating.
He was sweating, and rarely do you see Joe nervous with a golf club in his hand because that's his place to be, golfing.
Oh, that's his happy place. Yes.
I saw some beads of sweat. I saw elevated heart rate. I saw his. He was. How many people were there? 25, 30 probably.
Oh, there's a lot of people. Yes.
Now, Cerny,
we all had our cameras out. We
were ready
not for
to document.
Not for the reveal. But
no,
it was ready for the missed swing. It was gonna,
We wanted the kerfuffle, so we could go and amplify that with our networks. Bury our friends.
Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins, the quarterback for the Vikings, he like missed the fucking target or something.
Oh, really?
On their gender reveal. Yeah, so I was hoping for something like that. Just the all tee and the ball just falls on the ground or something,
Yeah, or the ones that are great is when the wife is pitching a ball to the husband and he has a bat and he fucking whiffs at it and he just misses it and it breaks on the ground. How embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
Oh my God, I would not. Cerny, what's wrong with just having a cake that's blue or pink?
Yeah, just cutting it.
Why does it got to be a thing?
We definitely
get
were
those
laughing.
Instagram likes.
I think we were like you and I were and Stat Boy were the main reasons why Joe was so nervous, because we were laughing and we were hoping that he missed it.
I mean, like any good friend, we wanted our friends to fail so we could capitalize. How else are we going to build ourselves up if it's not on top of our friends' failures?
This is true.
I don't know. We didn't do a gender reveal. No, because it was like we just did the sonogram and they're like, oh, there's a penis. Like, okay, yeah. Cool.
That's what we did. And then text everybody. Well, it's
hey, Doc, do you think he'll be hanging? Do you think he'll be hanging, Doc, so he could be banging?
Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B would like to know.
Yeah, they'd like to know. Oh, it's a congratulations, a girl. Hey, Doc, pussy like Dasani?
Does it go in dry Kawasaki?
Could you imagine if you asked that to the doctor? Holy fucking shit.
I think my wife would slug me right in the fucking face.
Oh, that would be... How come they're... Well, I guess you can't really do a prank type show. That'd be like something that like... Who's that fucking asshole YouTuber? His brother? Logan Paul and Jake Paul?
Yeah, Logan Paul, yeah.
That'd be some shit that they do. Like fuck with somebody when they're trying to do their job, like an important job. They would just be trying to do stupid shit like that.
While the FBI is raiding their fucking house.
Oh, did that happen?
Yeah, I think after I don't think anything's like
Didn't they say they got like some government stimulus money or some shit like that, or was it?
I think they were raiding it because he was part of the whole. Remember all those people that were in Arizona that were like raiding that mall?
That's right. They broke in, kind of.
And they got his ass on video, so I think they were raiding his house to see the merchandise or whatever it was.
Yeah. Okay. I have it up here. Wow. Jake Paul, by the way, was the one. God, he just looks like such a douche.
Yep. Big D.
So punchable. So punchable. All right. Yes, it was related to a looting incident in Arizona in May. Okay. That makes sense. They raided his home August 5th, his Calabasas, California home. Allegations of criminal acts.
Ooh.
And he previously called, there was a riot, and he had misdemeanor charges against him. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, well, they're like, oh, we need content. We need content. What do we got to do? Oh, there's riots in Arizona. Let's fucking drive there.
Yeah,
Let's put on the vlog, man. Let's put on the fucking vlog. And they get millions.
That is watched in his house on YouTube. Makes me shake my head.
I've experienced some of this as well. There seems to be a trend with YouTubers with the really high-pitched yell, like screaming, that like clips your microphone, which is like a technical. It means your microphone literally can't handle the like decibel of sound that's coming in, so it can't process it, so it's clip. It like can't handle it, but that's like the thing to do on YouTube is like do this crazy screaming.
Actually, it's the countdown first, 3, 2, 1, and then you scream at something super loud.
Oh,
always counting down. Always counting down. That's all I hear is countdown. 3, 2, 1, and it's something that's like.
And are they? Is it they're reacting to a video?
Or some sort of stunt or some sort of horseshit
challenge or something.
Yeah, the challenge. That's what it is.
Now, I have to say, Cerny, my daughter has been into these challenges as well.
Oh, yeah.
But they're a challenge that a 5-year-old would do. So it's like, hey, Dad, you want to do the slide challenge with me? I'm like, yeah, what is it? She's like, hold on, close your eyes, walk up a fucking staircase at the park, go down this, then pick a side. There's 2 slides that go down, and one she piled a bunch of sand at the end. And if you run into the sand, then you lose the challenge. So, but she walks up, acts like her eyes are closed, and she's like, oh, I'm going to slide in this one, and then goes on the one without the sand.
Ah.
So these are the challenges that we're getting. Dad, you want to do the challenge? So I lost another challenge last night. It was called the mustard challenge. And what it was is that she flipped a coin, and if it landed on heads, I had to rub mustard on my beard. Then I didn't really feel like doing that. So I just said, here, why don't I'll lay down, you could squirt mustard in my mouth. And she just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I was like, cool, let's do it. But we didn't have yellow mustard, so I went with that.
Dijon.
Actually, the Beavers, the hot, spicy Beavers mustard.
No. I love that. I love that mustard.
How many different mustards do you have at your house, Cerny? You have like at least 5, I would say. I think I have 5 or so.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll go Trader Joe's, or have you had the Sierra Nevada like pale ale mustard?
I have not.
You got to throw a fucking eyeball on that.
I am.
What kind of mustard are you? Let's hear your mustard.
So there's a traditional yellow. Then there's a horseradish mustard.
Now, what are you putting
Dijon
the yellow
mustard?
What are you putting the yellow on though? Just a dog and burgers, or just a dog?
Maybe burgers. Well, I think most of that's for my wife. She like. I mean, I'll have it. If we're out of the good stuff, then that's my emergency.
Right, sure.
Because I don't do ketchup. Do not.
Huh. I think I know that. I've known that.
Like the hot dogs and stuff, it's only mustard.
Just not mustard and.
I'll do some ketchup maybe on some fries, but I'll even do mustard on fries.
What about the whole aioli? The Dutch with the mayonnaise with the fries. Have you been to like one of those fancy restaurants where they bring the fries out and they're like, "Oh, we got a nice garlic aioli for you here."
Yes.
I'll fuck with it a little bit. Too. I'm not gonna lick the fucking container or whatever, but I'll fuck with it just to see.
Yeah. They're licking it. The next restaurant.
Any more of this? Whop, whop, whop. I'm just walking around the house now. Whop, whop, whop. I like the sound of the horseradish mustard.
That's my
Little kick
favorite.
to it.
Ooh.
And that's that Beaver brand, right? Doesn't the Beaver have like a hat on, like a backwards hat or something? I think.
Yeah. I always say I'm going to eat some beaver.
I'm stealing that one.
Eye rolls.
Of course, from the whole fucking house. The house shakes from all the eye. The house is like, oh boy, gonna get some beaver now. Here we go.
Yep.
Okay. Would you like? I have the like pale ale mustard, which is good. Dijon mustard is obviously good. Yellow, the kind of the spicy type mustard. I'm trying to think what else.
Grey Poupon.
Yeah. Have you had mustard relish?
Oh, I have, and I can't remember. We don't.
It's
have
basically
anything.
like yellow mustard with like relish mixed in it. It'd probably be
like
perfect
pickles,
for the dog. Yeah. Which it's kind of like, it's an interesting. I guess you save me from buying one jar if I only do mustard.
The one-stop shop right there.
Yeah. It's like, remember when you were a kid and they had those peanut butter and jelly that was in the same jar that was like every other little thing? I was like, we gotta fucking get this. This is like the coolest. And my parents were like, no, you fucking idiot. This is the peanut butter shit and the jelly shit. So you're getting two shitty is just in the same jar. Plus, it was probably premium cost. So,
yeah, that's right. It was Jeff. It wasn't
dude.
Market Pantry.
I mean, Cerny, Jeff, what'd you think? We hit the lottery? Come on. Smart value all the way. Whatever the Costco one, whatever the Walmart one was. Great value.
Great value,
yeah. Or Kirkland. There's a Costco in Roseville, right?
Yeah, there's one. There's one in Folsom too.
Yeah. I think we were a Sam's Club, Walmart type of family growing up. But
sorry, you were talking about for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one in Roseville. Yeah, Sam's Club.
Yeah, because the Sam's Club and the Walmart are in the same parking lot still. Is that still a true fact?
Still a true fact.
Just
same company.
Just straight slaying that parking lot. Slay. Just slays money, making nothing but money. Well, I given you some of the mustard that I've been making, fermented mustard.
You have not. Now I'm interested.
Wow, now I have to get it for you. So basically, you get the mustard seeds on Amazon or whatever, and you could, put them in your blender if you want it ground up a little bit, or I do a little bit of that, and then I have some whole grain in there.
Okay.
And you put a little ACV, a little apple cider vinegar, a little salt, and then pour a little sauerkraut brine. Get some of those fermentation things going, and let that sit for a bit. Hell yeah.
Now, do you eat? So I'm known to eat sauerkraut straight out of the jar.
Sauerkraut, kimchi, pickles, you name it, it's happening.
Okay, so you gotta tell my wife. So she refuses to eat kimchi.
Why?
I don't know.
She thinks it's too spicy, maybe?
The other day I made tuna. And I...
Oh, like ahi tuna.
Yeah, ahi. Exactly. It's actually exactly what I did. Seared it. Mm-hmm. Had to cut the dry spots for her. Left the medium rare to me. Anyway. You're like ahi.
She wanted it like well done?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It should be dry. So
you should have opened her a can of fucking chicken of the sea. Be like, here you go.
Here's some albacore for you.
Some tilapia.
So then I got
Gordon's
some
fish sticks, maybe.
Like a
more per alley.
I hate fish sticks.
Sorry.
So I got some of this. It's like kimchi, like sauce. It's like kimchi. It's called like kimchi, like barbecue sauce. Or it's not barbecue sauce, but like kimchi sauce that you would like dipping sauce. So I got some. And she like took a taste of it. She's like, "This gross." But she took a taste of it, and then I noticed she reached for the bottle. We're gonna circle back from before.
Cerny, we didn't even try to do this, but we just brought the episode full circle, and it's going to be in a nice little bow for everyone. You're welcome.
Package free, nice and tight.
This is why there's the Chipmunks and the Cerny Sluts, because this is just what we do.
Reached for the bottle. I noticed that it magically appeared on her plate as she was dipping it. And I was like, "What?
Wow,
what's going on over there?" She's like, "It's okay."
What's going on over there?
She's like, "It's okay." I was like, "Wait," and then I was like, "Well, I guess your tuna's so dry, you're using it to like, lubricate your throat or something."
Right.
She's like,
also, was about the tuna being over so well done, not the fact that she doesn't like kimchi.
I threw that out there because she wanted to dry. She's like, "No, actually, it's fair enough." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Well, it says sweet and spicy, but all it tastes is spicy." And I was like, "Well, yes. I mean, it has a little bit of sweetness to it, but not really." But
right.
And she's like, "Well, does kimchi taste like this?" I said, "Yes." "So is it just cabbage and this?" I said, "Pretty much." I was like, "You shoot me down every time I try to buy it."
Oh my God. I can't believe it.
And now it's like, because she said it's gross.
Now, I don't mean to, I'm not trying to put down your wife, but this sounds like a conversation that I have with my 5-year-old a couple times a week about different types of food. This is spaghetti with red sauce, and you did like bow tie pasta, and they're like, "That's disgusting." No, it's the same.
It's the same.
You kind of got to really break it down for them.
I've had that conversation where the kids say this is gross. She's like, you don't know until you try it. It's like, whoa. Pump the brakes on that one, because she said it was great. I mean, kimchi. I get it when I eat escargot or something that's like snails or something.
Sure,
I get it. I'm not asking for support on that one.
Or like calamari, I could see some people being turned off by
even
that.
So, like I did with the kids one time. I said it was chicken because it was fried.
No, yeah.
Like, this chicken tastes kind of weird. I said, "But is it good?" "Yeah, I like it." I'm like, "Well, it's
cool.
good." Yeah, I started doing that. It wasn't alive.
So, funny story about my youth. And Cerny, you've eaten with my family enough that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to, like, pretty run-of-the-mill American family food. Like, there's nothing, you're like, we're getting chicken tenders, spaghetti, lasagna. Like, if it came Papa Murphy's, if it came out of the freezer section, it's probably I've had it before.
Swanson's TV dinners.
Yeah, dude, totally. A hungry man
with the stupid little duck on there or whatever that was.
Oh yeah. Now we went to. I have an aunt who used to live in Redondo Beach, and we would go down there, and she was dinks, double income, no kids, and we were probably 10. Let's just say we were 8 and 10, my brother and me being 10. And she made us dinner, and I remember she had the legit maple syrup, like the real maple syrup, not like Aunt Jemima or Log Cabin. And I put that on. It was like
the bottle's like $10 a bottle.
Yeah, I'm like holy fuck, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. I'm like, why don't we get this? And my parents were like, well, this one's 99 cents and this one's $10. Meanwhile, I haven't bought fucking Log Cabin syrup since I was 18 years old because I decided that was worth it for me to spend on, having quality maple syrup around the house.
Yes.
We're eating this fried little nuggets. And oh wow, this is good, and there's salads, and there's she's a little bit adventurous on the eating, a little bit outside of what we normally, so we're all eating it. We've like polished it off or whatever, it's half gone. What is this? Oh, that's calamari. Oh, what's that? Like my parents asked, or someone asked, like, oh, that's squid. And like fucking record scratch, like everyone's just like, and then I remember specifically a conversation on the way home about not that it was mean, but it just wasn't nice that she tried to trick everybody into eating some different food.
Rick.
I'm like,
It's not
holy
like-
sh!
Against your religion, like she gave you a cow or something. You're Hindu or something.
Right.
That's
It's-
one thing.
She's not Jeffrey Dahmer serving you up fucking burgers. You know, like
Exactly.
that's a trick. That's a trick, not like, hey, I made some calamari fried.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if someone like put calamari on the table, I could spot it before it being an adult.
Yeah.
Kids, I get, but an adult, I could. If I saw it, I'd be like, "That's calamari."
Cerny was so outside of the world that we lived in, like the pot, like even seeing calamari, it was just so, you know, it just wasn't even potentially on the radar of things that could happen.
Okay. I get it.
But
Oh boy, that's so mean. How
Yeah.
dare you, sir?
how dare it? Yeah. So I think that was probably the last time that she got asked to like provide the entree, or people would, you know, she ceased communication on the food part.
Ousted
Yeah.
to exile.
I think at one point she was vegetarian, and my mom would be, and she has done this with me. You know, I've been vegetarian for, I don't know, fucking 10 years now or something. Oh, well, chicken's okay, right? Let's break this down. Let's break this word down a little bit. Vegetable. Okay. So, or shrimp. Is shrimp okay? If I make like a salad with shrimp on it? Mom, no.
I'll eat the lettuce.
Yeah. Well, so what do you eat besides a salad? Mom, you know what? I'm actually only been eating fucking salads. That's why I'm overweight. Because the chubbiest fucking vegan or whatever. Oh, anyway. Well, I feel like I need to hear. I feel like we're missing out on an entire world of mustard. We need the fans. We need the fans
right
to
now. I was
send.
like, I'm going to go to the store and raid the mustard section.
I'm gonna go whatever we're having for dinner. Let's get a little mustard on it, just because that's what I'm into right now. Have you had
Tonight
the
I'm having tacos?
little mustard on the
Little
tacos?
mustard on the pork tacos or whatever.
Actually, you could put a little kimchi on those tacos instead of a little pickled onion.
Oh,
That would be good.
You ever been to Mas Taco? It's a restaurant.
Is that the place right by your house, kind of?
Yeah, they have some. I think there's some vegetarian. Actually, I know they
Mexican food is like one of the easiest to make
do.
vegetarian.
Like the cauliflower or something. I think they use.
Yeah. Oh shit, sounds good.
They have this one that's called, I don't know what it is. It's like the South Korean taco or something they call it, and it's basically like
Short ribs and kimchi.
yeah, but and the bun is like the like the
Bao.
the bao dough. And it's kimchi. It is so good. It is
So
so
like
good.
the white. Oh man, that sounds bomb as fuck.
It's so good with kimchi as the garnish. Oh yeah, I could crush.
You gotta. Do you have a Trader Joe's near you?
Oh yeah,
They have kimchi there. I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you. It's really good. Some kimchi does have fish sauce, which in my opinion, I'm not eating that one, but it's like I could see why that would give you a little bit of a smell aversion. So I always recommend the ones without it. But the one at Trader Joe's, I think it's like $2.99 for a 6 ounce
okay.
thing.
Oh.
So, but it's only about 3 or 4 servings for me because I'm doling out half cup of kimchi on whatever I'm eating.
Ooh.
Plus, it's good for good for the plumbing.
yeah, cleans you out.
Good for the plumbing. Well, if you're a mustard fan like Chip and Cern, or you have a crazy or a silly gender reveal story, you got to send those our way.
You can
We gotta
send
hear
us
about
via
it.
email at chipandcernshow@gmail.com, or you can reach out to us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anything Chip and Cern Show. Reach out and we will answer.
Oh yes.
Listen.
And if you're you want to design up some Chipmunk or Cerny Slut shirts, fucking send those along. Send the mocks along, and we'll send it to print.
Yep.
We'll send it to print. We got to keep it. Imagine you wearing it into Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or Target, and you can't have a shirt that says "slut" with looks like cumsies dripping down. The slut is like cum dripping down. We can't have that. So we got to dial it back. We got to dial it back a little bit, but we can think of something.
Collectively, we'll think of something.
We'll make it work. So until next time, be sure to keep washing your hands, wear your mask, N95 mask, and your coronavirus mask if you're in California. Be safe, wash your hands, all that good stuff. I'm Chip.
I'm CERN.
Cheers.